This is our second week in trying to teach the Beags how to use the buttons to communicate. If you're new here, I did try to use the Fluent Pet buttons about 2 years ago, and I didn't really take the time to learn how to integrate these into their lives. I was already a little bit curious about trying the bigger buttons because I thought it might be easier for them to press. So that's what we did. I got the Hunger for Words buttons, and now we are in the beginning stages of exposing them to the buttons and letting them kind of explore and see what they think about them. What I've really focused on this week is being consistent with the modeling. So before it's time to eat, I press the food button. Outside. Anytime they come and walk by the buttons, I kind of keep my ears open and my eyes to see, like, are they going near the button? What do you want, Teddy? Teddy is very enthusiastic about everything in life. So sometimes he'll press a button over and over and over. Eat. You want to eat? Or other times he'll just start pressing them. And the book refers to that as babbling, which I thought was kind of cute. I created a fish button, and it was just me and Teddy downstairs. And Teddy had pushed the fish button, he got the fish treat, and then it was done. In comes Bailey from upstairs. He walks in the room, and Teddy immediately goes over and presses the Bailey button, which was the first time he's ever done that. So I was like, yeah, there's Bailey. And then he walked over and started pushing the fish button, like, oh, Bailey needs a fish. Bailey. Yes, that's Bailey. Yeah, Bailey's here. Good job. Yeah, Bailey. Fish. Bailey wants fish too. You want Bailey to have some fish? Okay. Now, I could just be reading into that, but it was really interesting that it kind of played out that way. It's interesting to see how they're connecting the dots, and even if it's not as profound as it appears to me, they're definitely getting more curious. Bailey has started to just push a button when he needs something. He's looking at the... I think that he'll get there. He's just a more cautious dog in general. I do have a squirrel button though. One of the things the book talks about is, should you have all of the buttons in one centralized location or have them spread out throughout the house near whatever it's representing? And it kind of depends. If your goal is to have them talking conversationally, and eventually you're going to want to have them all together so they can string together sentences. Oh. Because they have one window where they like to watch the squirrels, I put that button over there just to see how it goes. We may change that up, I'm not sure. The walk, love you. Play is one that we didn't have before, and Teddy has really started being curious about this button. Play. At this point, are they just pressing the buttons haphazardly and it's just a coincidence? Possibly. In the chapters, they do talk about how there's dogs that are super excited about it, curious, and then other dogs, they'll just kind of stand back and observe and learn from watching the other dog do it, or they'll just take their time before they actually start experimenting with the buttons. Both ways can lead to them learning the buttons. Everybody has different learning styles. I'm not trying to pressure Bailey into being right next to the mat and, taking his hand and pushing the buttons. You're not supposed to do that at all. The buttons to be like a negative experience. It's more of a tool for them to use. Teddy, what? Oh no, we can't go to the park. Yesterday, Teddy pressed the walk button a few times, and I looked at him and I was like, I think it's too cold, buddy. It's too cold. And then he pushed love you and then walk again. And I was like, oh my gosh. I don't know if he's really like connecting the two, but I'm going to take him on a walk now, even if we freeze. So that's kind of where we're at right now. That's week number 2. And I'm just going to keep integrating these, and I try to film when they're near the buttons. Sometimes it doesn't result in anything exciting, but I want to try to catch as much as I can on film to share with you guys. So if you have any questions or if you've done this before and you have any tips, I'm open to help.